everyone, I'm Vicky, welcome to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. If you are already part of my little sub family, thank you so much. So this video is my pregnancy journey. I hope there will be many more of these videos to come, but we're just going to go with this. Hopefully you enjoy it. I've just found out that I'm pregnant. I've known for about a week now, and Dan has suggested that I talk to the camera and it may help me process a few things. So we're still in that little bubble where it's our news and we haven't disclosed anything with anyone else, and that is making me feel like I am being deceitful because I'm not being honest with people, and I don't like that. I don't enjoy not letting people know what's happening, so I'm trying to come to terms with that emotion. But I'm gonna start from the beginning, and then hopefully, like with the chronological order of it, I don't miss anything out. But I just really hope that this video may be helpful for other people. So me and Dan have been together for 12 years. We've been married for a year, and having a family is something that we have discussed. So we went away for our anniversary. It was a really lovely weekend away. I was just so nice and relaxed. It was really peaceful, and we came away thinking maybe this is the time that it happens. So my periods are usually like clockwork. They're regular. The date that I am expecting it, I usually start to get the signs and symptoms, and I do start to get like a bit of spotting like a couple of days before. So when that didn't happen, and then on the day of my period there was still not really any signs, I thought, right, let's do a test. So I did a test and it came back positive, and that was on the Saturday and Saturday morning. So I'd not told Dan. I was going to do another one the following morning, but then it got to the evening time, I needed a wee, and I think I just had it on my mind, so I did another test which also came back positive. So I didn't do anything over elaborate to share this news with Dan. Just kind of felt a little bit like numb, I suppose, like scared. Like, is this real? I need to allow someone else to be in this bubble with me. So I just ended up carrying the test downstairs and said to Dan, do you think we need to get some more just to make sure? So Dan was like really excited, and I just started to feel a bit panicky and overwhelmed, I think, because obviously it's a lot of changes that's going to happen to me and my body. It's my work that's going to have to suffer, and how am I going to navigate it? Like, I want to be a good mum, but we're also two people who are in a financial situation where we have to go out and work. So we knew all this, we did, but now that it is real and it's happening, it just made me go into like overdrive of thinking about all these things, like which bedroom is the baby going to have, like how we're going to move everything around, and do we need to move everything around, and all of those sort of things. And yeah, so I've had a week to kind of digest this information, and I still don't feel the full-on excitement, and I think that's because we haven't shared that information with family yet. And there's two members of family who I would love to share this information with, but I'm so not afraid, but I don't want to get their hopes up in case anything goes wrong. And I also know that if they had to keep this information to themselves, it would kill them. Like, they'd be so happy that they were involved in this, but at the same time it would kill them not being able to go the whole like full shebang. So for the time being, it's just me and Dan in this bubble. Well, Dan has told his manager. So yeah, there's that. which makes me nervous that someone else outside of us knows. So, what day are we on? Thursday, and because I've not shared this news with anyone, I'm just using Google to get advice. And basically I tried, well, Google said that I needed to like contact my GP or go to like a midwifery unit. So I contacted my GP, explained to the receptionist that I was pregnant, like, this is my first pregnancy, what do I do now? And I kind of wasn't expecting to basically be told that the GP and my doctor's surgery don't want to know, and that I've got to refer myself. And I wasn't expecting that. That was news to me. That was something that hadn't been discussed, or I don't know, like, I don't know how long this has been going on for. Like this, like I say, there's not many people in my family who have had children like recently. My cousins are a lot older, so they had their children when I was still a child. So there's not anyone in my family who's recently had a kid who I could get this information from. So it just kind of felt a bit like a rejection, and I kind of felt like, well, what do I do now? And the receptionist gave me a number to ring, and I did ring that contact number, and then it was the wrong number, so it sent me through to the wrong service basically. So then again I was told to refer myself, and I think because it had been a week and had been keeping this to myself, and all those like worries and stuff were going through my mind, I just felt like I'd failed this baby in a way, because I didn't know that I was meant to refer myself, and Google didn't come up with the site that I was meant to go to. So you're meant to go to my pregnancy notes and put all your details in there, choose the hospital that you want to be referred to, then they will access that, and then you will get an appointment. So I did manage to do that, but it just really upset me and took a lot of confidence out of me. The fact that I just felt so stupid and unprepared and out of my depth. So I had that, like I say, it's totally fine now. Like, I did just click onto my pregnancy notes, and I was just like, I was kind of like in my stubborn mode of like, I don't want to fill out a form, I want to see someone face to face, I want to ask questions. And yeah, so it was just, it was a learning curve, and there'll be many of them throughout this. So I'm really looking forward to being able to talk to someone and get out of this me and Dan bubble and be able to get more support, because that's the thing we're struggling with at the moment. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. So Dan did tell his manager, because he would like to come to the appointment with me, which he didn't even need to tell his manager in the end, because my appointment is out of his working hours. But then his manager was saying loads of things like, I need to stay hydrated, and I do. I always have a water bottle. She was saying that I need to be careful about what I push, pull and lift, going over bumps in the car. And Dan was just a bit like, you do know Vicky does exercise, she's totally fine. But the one thing I've really struggled with is the tiredness. Dan has been really attentive, and we were moving furniture around in the living room. Well, I didn't, because he didn't let me lift anything, but he keeps asking me how I am, and my response is always, I'm just so tired. And that is the thing that's really hitting me at the minute. I can't believe how tired I am. We were out yesterday with my dad, and I was literally falling asleep at the table. So I'm really struggling with the tiredness. But yeah, I'm gonna do another one of these videos after I've had my appointment with the midwife or early pregnancy unit thing, and I can talk about that. So I don't know what to expect, I really don't. Yeah, so once I've had that, I'll be able to talk through it a bit more. But I am going to leave in the description box the email address to my pregnancy notes, and hopefully someone watching this who has also just found out they're pregnant can use that as a tool to refer themselves to where they need to be, and hopefully they don't end up in the same situation I did. I just felt, yeah, I've explained how I felt. Right, I'm going to start rambling. If you've watched this video till the end, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hopefully see you again soon. But for now, goodbye.